Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's video. I actually am getting this posted hopefully on Sunday. I know that my days have been all crazy of when I'm uploading, and I do apologize, but once I get my life together, I will have an actual day of posting. A set date. But in today's video, I am rearranging our living room. I am cleaning. It's not a deep clean, guys. I decided that I will deep clean as I go when I go to decorate for Halloween, which hopefully I'll be decorating for Halloween soon. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite days of the year is Halloween. I don't like to decorate too early, mainly because, well, I don't really see the point in decorating too early. I know that's really weird as somebody who posts on YouTube and stuff like that. I cannot get myself or bring myself to decorate too early. But I will be soon decorating for Halloween, inside and outside, same as I did last year, only there will be some more ads on this year. But yeah, so basically, let me just start out by saying, hey, how you doing? How's your family? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody was safe. And yeah, anyway, I am Tasha. I am a mom of 4. I have 3 older boys and 1 little girl. You will occasionally see my boys pop in and out of here, plus my daughter. So yeah. With that being said, I'm going through these boxes. These boxes are things that I have gotten from a person that is on Facebook. She is a seller and she sells stuff. And yeah, so this box has been sitting here for quite some time. I had to go through it and decide where I was going to put everything. And my dirty little secret is a lot of this has went into my office. And if you were new here, my office is actually the closet in my bedroom that I transformed into an office. And typically, even when it was a closet, it was more like the Monica's closet. And occasionally it still gets that way for the simple reason we don't have a lot of storage around here. And a lot of this stuff is things for decoration for future holidays or future projects, because I like to take and save to do certain projects, and then I don't have anywhere to store the stuff while I'm able to get the stuff. So my office / closet ends up being the storage space. But yeah, I went through these boxes, and a lot of it ended up in my office, which I've got to do organizing everything in my office eventually. But right now I am cleaning my bird's cage. This is Pretty. She is a cockatiel. I've had her for a few years now. She is not exactly tame. I mean, I can get her out. It's just we have a cat in the house, and this cat is very fascinated with my bird, and I'm not comfortable getting my bird out because of the cat. The cat is my middle son's cat. He's kind of like his support cat, his support animal, whatever you want to call it. But she is a very sweet girl. She likes to whistle and everything. But when I got her from someone who was strictly using her for breeding purposes. And then when she got to where she was no longer able to breed her, she decided to give her away for free. And as soon as I seen that, I jumped on it because I absolutely love birds. And yeah, I felt really bad for this bird, and I wanted to bring her in and give her a good home. And yeah, so we also actually move her. Her name's Pretty, by the way. I think I said that. I don't know. But I actually moved her over in the dining room area to where she can actually look out the window so she can see other birds and, see the sun and stuff like that. I do occasionally get her out It's just where she's not exactly tame, she tends to bite and try to fly, and I don't like to stress her out too much because honestly, I don't even know how old she was when I got her. So I've had her for at least 3-4 years, and I don't want to stress her out too much because I know that birds can easily have heart attacks and stuff like that if they get too stressed out. But we do pay attention to her quite a bit. We talk to her and we'll get her to dance and stuff like that. And of course the bathtub where everything gets cleaned. Yeah, I had to rearrange a few things. I managed to get a chair out of the living room to where it doesn't look so cluttered. But guys, you know, the way that I set up the living room and rearrange stuff, it is not Pinterest worthy. It is not aesthetically pleasing, but it is functional for our family. And that is the main thing that I like to get out there on this channel is things don't have to be aesthetically pleasing. Things don't have to be Pinterest worthy. As long as they are functional for your family, that is all that matters. Because at the end of this video, you will see my daughter has a lot of toys. So her toys are pretty much scattered all through the house. Even after rearranging and, you know, just organizing her toys and stuff, it's still not aesthetically pleasing. But I would rather my daughter and my kids, I would rather them have a functional life and a fun life and everything than to have a Pinterest worthy aesthetically pleasing life, if that makes any sense. I am a firm believer on kids should have toys. I mean, yes, you could have too many toys, and I'm sure my daughter does. But the thing with my daughter is the white toy box. She typically does not get in that. The toys that I have sitting on top or that are around her toy box at the end, that is typically the toys that she plays with. She is mainly into like the Legos. She loves books and stuff like that. So things that I see that she frequently plays with, I put on top of her toy box and around her toy box and stuff like that. And things that she doesn't typically play with unless my bonus daughter Renee is here. That is the, you know, I just leave those toys in the toy box because Renee's old enough to where she can like lift up the toy box, get in there and whatever. And Renee, if you're watching this, Tata loves you so much and I miss you so much. Okay, but anyway, and then I'm also packing away like the everyday decor and everything, and we're going to go put it in our tiny building that typically needs straightened up, which I'm sure it already does now. But yeah, see, my plan was to do a really big clean in the living room, and then, you know, that way I could go straight into decorating for Halloween. But unfortunately, this took a whole lot longer than what I expected. It actually took 2 days, guys. And the reason it took 2 days mainly is because I have another big project on the side that I am doing. So I was working a little bit on the bigger project and then coming in and doing this. So that's why it took 2 days on this. But I can't remember if there's anything else that I needed to say. Oh, what was it? I have no idea, guys. Like, as per usual, my brain is not braining, and I think of the things that I want to say in the video before I start doing the voiceover, and then everything just flipping leaves my head. So I have no idea what else I was going to say. So I will let you listen to music, and I will be back as soon as I can remember what I was going to say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, no.
We want big booty bitches, big booty bitches. We want big booty bitches, big booty bitches. We want big booty bitches, big booty bitches. We want big booty bitches, big booty bitches.
Rock MC. Let's go. Hands up, hands up. Rock MC, you know.
before anybody notices, yes, the table is not straight, and I did not realize it was not straight until I started watching this video, and it really, really is irritating me. So I will make sure that I fix that. But I just wanted to point it out. Yes, I seen in this video that it was not straight. And it will be fixed. I promise it'll be fixed. Now, whether it stays that way or not, I have no idea, because I have several kids that tend to push the table and slam the chairs into them when they're pushing them in. And yeah, so, and I just want to let you guys know, I know that a lot of people are probably wondering why, you know, my kids aren't helping or doing anything else, but trust me, guys, they are. You'll actually see somebody in the kitchen during one part of this video doing the dishes. So we all work together to get things done. Now, when it comes to rearranging or deep cleaning or something like that, you know, I typically do that. But if I ask them to help, they will automatically help, or they'll even come up to me without me even asking, and they'll be like, Mom, do you need help doing anything? They are really good about doing that. So just so anybody watching this who may be new or who may not know, my kids, they do help me, and that's why you see them so much in and out of the shots, is because they do help. Even my little 2-year-old daughter, she helps too. She tries to be just like Mommy. But yeah, they do help. It's just sometimes you may not always see them because, well, this is what I do. This is my thing, you know, that I want to do, that I like to do. And I'm not going to ask them, you know, to be on camera doing whatever, which they wouldn't have a problem with it if I wanted to. They've even offered, they're like, hey, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to do this. Do you want me to record me doing this so you can put it on your channel? Like, my kids, they absolutely love that I do YouTube, and they are always like right there wanting to help get a video out and everything else. There has been several times, especially at the very beginning of my YouTube journey, that I literally was over it. Like, nothing was functioning right ever, and it took hours and hours and hours of getting a video up, and sometimes I couldn't even get a video up. And this is like when I was really new to it, and they would always say, Mom, no, you can't quit. You have to keep going. So they truly are the ones that continue to push me to keep putting videos out. As a matter of fact, my son, my youngest son, he is 14 now. He looked at me today. He said, Mom, he said, when you become big and famous on YouTube, you better not leave me behind. You better tell all my subscribers to come watch me play my games on YouTube and stuff like that. I said, James, what are you talking about? I said, Mama is not going to become big and famous on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, if you don't know, several of my kids actually play games and they stream it and stuff like that. Once I get their tags and stuff like that, I will put them in the description, or I think, the description box, I'm assuming is what it's called. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I'm not a professional at all, guys, because I don't know all these terms. But as soon as I get all of their gamer tags and stuff like that, I will link them down below. That way, if you or your kids or whatever enjoy watching game, or somebody else play gaming or whatever, then y'all can always subscribe to them, or I don't know what they do on Twitch. Is it a follow on Twitch? I don't know. I have no idea this gaming stuff, but yeah, as soon as I get all their information, I'll put it down below if y'all would like to check that out. Let's see. Oh gosh, y'all, this piano, Lord have mercy. Okay, so here's a story time, guys. So when we first got this piano, we got this piano from my aunt on my stepdad's side, and she's since passed away, but we got this piano from her. When we brought it to the house, guys, this piano is so flippin' heavy. This piano got stuck on our steps for 2 freaking days because we could not get it in the house. We did not have the proper tools to get it in the house. It was a freaking disaster. And I said, once we got this in this house, if we ever move, I am not taking the piano. This piano was beyond freaking heavy, guys. And I can't even remember how we even got it in the house. All I know is that it was stuck on our steps going into the door for 2 freaking days. That's how heavy this dang thing was. We could not get it up the steps and through our door. So once we finally did, I said, this piano will be stuck with this house forever because I'm not moving it again. That's why we had to put the piano over there where it's at and then kind of lift up on it a little bit just so I could slide those rugs under it. And if you're new here, the reason the rugs is there, I'm sure you've seen earlier, is because we did have a rock, what is it called? I forget what it's called, but it's like the rock at the bottom of the fireplace. You know, if ash or something falls out, it won't burn the floor. It was like stone rock right there. We took that out because it was very sharp and very dangerous, and we was afraid that one of the kids would fall on it and get hurt and stuff like that, because my mom actually, when we first moved into this place, had a dizzy spell and blacked out, and she fell on that fireplace, the bottom of it, and when she did, it left a gigantic hematoma on her leg, and at that time she was on blood thinners, and the hospitals kept telling her, oh, it'll just go back in, it'll go down, the blood will just go back into your system and everything else. Well, it didn't. She had to have surgery, and it was a big open hole that had to be packed and everything else. So, but yeah, that's why we took the fireplace out, because we didn't want anything like that to happen again. And originally, it took us a while to take it out because we thought that the way they put it in, we thought that underneath it, the floor would be all messed up or whatever. But thankfully, it wasn't. They had just laid the stone on top of the, oh my gosh, what is it called? OSB board, whatever I can't remember the technical terms, but I'm sure if you know, you know. But, yeah, and when we took that out, we did not have the floorboards because we had several boxes of the flooring that is in the house now, several spare boxes of it, but we had actually took it to the house in West Virginia. That way we could fix up one of the bedrooms that needed flooring. And we have not been able to make it back up there to get more, you know, to get a few pieces of the flooring in order to fix right there at the fireplace. So that's why I have the rugs down and everything. And I also wanted to move the my daughter's toys away from there because I didn't like the fact of her over there playing where the stone fireplace is and stuff. I really want to do something with the stone fireplace, guys. I do not like that stone. I feel like it is kind of a hazard, you know, especially if you have a kid running through there or running over that way, and, you know, just the thought of them hitting their head on it. So, yeah, I do want to do something with that fireplace. I just have not decided or figured out yet quite what I want to do or what would be a good idea to do. But within time, it'll get done. I just kind of want to, you know, block that area off to where I don't have to worry about her getting hurt or anything like that. And with the way my boys horseplay in the house and stuff, I don't want them to get hurt. And so, yeah. But again, this rearranging, this cleaning and stuff like that, it's not a great clean, guys. It's not a great organize, and it's not a great rearrange, but it is the best that I could do and it still be functional for our house. And so, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I'm not going for Pinterest worthy or aesthetically pleasing. I'm just going with the function that we need. And yeah, I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say, guys, and here we go. Oh, yeah, I didn't even mess with the entryway table over there. There's a lot of stuff over there that shouldn't even be there, and no matter how many times I tell my kids, hey, look, this doesn't go there, yeah, it doesn't go through. So I've got to get them to go through that stuff on the entryway table. Oh, and this curio cabinet that I'm standing in front of, when I open it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I can't remember if I actually turned the camera properly on it, but this curio cabinet is full of porcelain dolls. Now, I'm going to say probably about 95%, if not more. I think there might be a couple in there that is my mom's, but most of those porcelain dolls that are in there are something that means something to me, that I have gotten over the years from when I was a young kid all the way up until, shoot, I think the last one that I got was probably when my oldest, who was 20 now, when he was just a baby, I think is the last one that I got. Oh, no, I think my aunt, not too long before she passed, had got me one. But anyway, every doll in there has a story. Every doll is a memory. And I choose to keep my porcelain dolls in here because I don't want them to get broken. I still have a porcelain doll that my dad had gotten me when I was real little. And we traveled to and from West Virginia. He got it at I think at the truck stop in Withville. He had got me a porcelain doll, and I still have it. It's definitely seen better days, guys, but I do still have it. Every one of these dolls have a special meaning to me, and that is why I keep them and I cherish them. My boys, on the other hand, especially my youngest son, does not like them. They freak him out and everything, and I'm like, dude, get over it. It's okay. I can't get rid of, I just can't, because those are memories. I have one that a friend that I used to have, I think it was in the it was the 8th grade. It was the summer, it was getting ready, it was like the last day of school or something like that. And she had brought me a porcelain clown doll. And if you know me, you know I do not like clowns. I am actually quite terrified of them. They freak me out. But she did bring me a clown porcelain doll. And I still have it, guys. Even though I really dislike clowns, I do still have it. And it's because that was a memory of mine, a good memory. Like, I wouldn't keep something if it was a bad memory, but it was a good memory, and I do still have it. And they are in that curio cabinet right there. Let's see. I think that might be all that I wanted to say. I doubt it, but I'll let y'all listen to some more music, and if I can think of something else to say, I will come back. If you pay close attention to my facial expressions and stuff like that, guys, you will really see that at this time I was completely and totally over it. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I just wanted it to be done. And I kept looking around and I was like, I only have a couple more things that I need to do. I can push through it. Come on now. I kept having to give myself a pep talk. And at one point, my oldest son started laughing at me because I was taking one of my daughter's toys. It was like a little water gun. I was taking one of her little toy things and I was just like banging it on the toy box, and then I started banging it on my head and he started laughing at me. He said, I can tell you are so bored. I said, I am so bored. I am overwhelmed. I am freaking exhausted. I just want it all done. Oh, y'all, these I love, look, I do not, I'm sure if you've been here for a while, you know that I do not like cleaning. I don't. I hate it. But I love the feeling afterwards. When it's all complete and all done, I love that feeling. But getting to that point just overwhelms me, exhausts me, it irritates me. And I do believe that I might need to go back to preschool because I could not for the life of me make these shapes that was on this board. We got my daughter like a board, like the wooden letters, and then we got a board that has shapes and numbers on it, but in the shapes they are smaller shapes that you have to use to make the bigger shape. Yeah, and I sat here for longer than what I should have trying to figure out the shapes that go where in what. So I honestly believe that either I missed the day where they taught you how to do this in school, or I just need to go back and do a refresher because I finally gave up and said screw it. And I just put it in the bag and I was done with it. So, yeah, if you ever realize that your kids may be smarter than you, it's okay, Mama. It's okay. Because mine are too. I'm just going through her bins and like getting out stuff that I know she plays with and things that I know can just go in the toy box for maybe when my bonus daughter comes over or whatever. And all of her stuffies, I have a black bean bag over there in one of the rocking chairs. And that's where all of like her stuffed animals and stuff go, because at this age, she really doesn't play with stuffed animals. She loves stuffed animals, but she really doesn't play with them, minus a couple. So yeah, I just took and I put all of her stuffed animals in that black bean bag. And yeah, I just basically organized the toys, and I brought a little, it's like a little cabinet thing that I had in the dining room. I brought it over and put all of her books in. Guys, this child has so many freaking books, and every one of the books pretty much get read every single day. So every so often she'll bring a book and you'll have to read a book, sometimes multiple times. This girl loves, loves, loves books. And of course, Mama's going to feed into that habit. So every time I see a book that I think she'll enjoy, I get it for her, and everybody else does too. So she has a whole cabinet full of books, and she also has learning toys. There are some things that, I go over with her a few times a week. It's basically just like, things like with words and pictures and stuff. It's like kind of like learning tools and stuff like that, just to kind of keep her learning and everything. But the ones that I don't want her to get a hold of, like her flashcards or whatever, I actually sat on top of the piano until I could figure out exactly where I wanted to put. I guess you could basically call it, it's like kind of homeschooling stuff, but it's not exactly homeschooling. It's just like flashcards and little things like that to help her with words and everything. But yeah, I just put that stuff on the piano because I didn't want her to get it because she'll rip the cards, and I didn't want her to lose the cards and stuff like that. But I only go over that stuff every so often, maybe a couple times a week or whatever. And then if she watches something on the TV or on her tablet, it'll be something that basically like teaches her the sound of the animals, or things like that, because she loves to learn. Like, there's this one book that she has. It basically has the picture and then the word of what the picture is. And when you say the word, she will point to where she thinks that thing is. Like, if you say a bird, she will point to my bird, and then she will also point outside because she knows birds are outside too. Or if you say a flower, she'll point outside because she knows a flower's out there, and so on and so on. Yeah, that was just my long-winded version of, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I know I am talking y'all's ear off, and I truly do apologize for that, but I will definitely stop talking now. We only have a few more minutes till the end of this video. I do want to say, though, guys, I greatly appreciate every second that you spend watching my videos. It is really, it makes me feel really good that somebody is actually taking the time out of their day to watch these videos that I spend time on to make and edit. And I am so thankful for you guys, and I am thankful that you are here, and I am thankful that you help me to stay motivated to keep putting videos out. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have already stop putting videos out. I mean, right now I'm only at 80 subscribers, and that is perfectly fine with me. I am not trying to get rich being a YouTuber. I mean, for the most part, this right here, I want that connection, that community. I want something that is mine, that, because when you become a mom or a dad or something, sometimes, you feel like you're just a mom or just a wife, or, just a dad, just a husband, something like that. This is basically my outlet, a thing that is just for me, that just I do. Kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys know. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And if you were new here, thank you so much for staying this long. And I hope that I gave you the motivation that you were looking for, or the entertainment that you needed. Either way, or the motivation you needed and the entertainment you wanted. And I hope that you guys will come back. I would greatly appreciate to have you back. And if you don't mind, guys, leave me a comment down below, even if it's just an emoji. I don't care. I want to know my subscribers, because it says 80 subscribers, but it doesn't tell me the person. It doesn't. The only way that I see who the subscriber is if they allow that to happen. And some people don't have their YouTube profile or whatever. They don't have it public to where people, can see the name or whatever. So if you don't mind, please leave an emoji or a question, a comment, something down in the comments, because I really want to get to know you guys, and I want to form this community and this bond with you guys. And yeah, I really greatly appreciate you being here. And if you haven't already, right now would be a good time to hit the subscribe button. If this is the type of motivation that you are looking for, if I feel like I am somebody that you can relate to, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I will definitely see you next week sometime. And I have no idea what we'll get up to next week, but I look forward to being back here. And I love you guys, and I hope you stay safe and have a great rest of your week. and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.